interpret for us? Because that's 3 people talking at one time. Do you need an interpreter?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, then don't say anything. Then do not speak in English. Do not respond to me in English. And that way the interpreter can listen to me, talk to you, and then translate what you say back to me, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's begin again then. So, Mr. Zazueta, I have you on 2 misdemeanor matters.
Sí, miss.
Señor Zazueta, está usted presente ante mí el día de hoy por 2 acusaciones por delitos menores.
The first one is CR 2501547. This is one criminal trespass.
La primera acusación y la cita por número es por acusación de ingreso ilícito a propiedad ajena.
I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at court.
Lo voy a dejar salir de la cárcel bajo su promesa de presentarse en el juzgado cuando se le diga.
You'll have court on January 6th.
Eso será el día 6 de enero
At 1:30 p.m.
a la 1:30 por la tarde.
That's going to be at Pima County Justice Court in front of Judge Garza.
Eso será en el juzgado de paz del
She
condado
is.
Pima. Garza. Espere, señor, no diga nada. Espere.
Okay, this is the way up. Let me move on to the next one.
Vamos a pasar al siguiente caso, señor Zazueta.
I've also got you on a different count of criminal trespass on CR 250171150.
También tiene otra acusación de ingreso ilícito a propiedad ajena por causa penal, la causa C2501750.
I'm going to release you on your promise to appear as that one on that one as well.
En este caso, también lo voy a dejar salir de la cárcel bajo su promesa de presentarse cuando se le diga.
You'll have court on January 6th at 8:30 in the morning.
Eso será el día 6 de enero a las 8:30 por la mañana.
One second, sir. I want to make sure I'm not giving you 2 different court dates for 2 different times in the same courthouse. Hold on.
Quiero que espere, señor. Quiero asegurarme de no darle 2 fechas distintas, 2 horas distintas en la misma corte. Espere.
All right, that was my error.
Fue error mío. Espere.
All right, sir. So both court dates are going to be January 6th at 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Garza in Pima County Justice Court.
Ahora, los dos asuntos se llevarán a cabo el mismo día, el 6 de enero a las 1:30. Juez Garza de la condado.
Hey, Pedro, you're really breaking up there.
Your Honor, there was another line that came in.
Okay. If you've joined
Señor.
the Teams link, please mute yourself unless you are the victim of a case that I'm calling.
El juez dice para las personas que acaban de unirse a la mía conferencia, si pónganse en silencio a menos que sean víctimas en la causa.
So, Mr. Zazueta, you've got 2 court dates, but they're both at 8:30 a.m. on January 6th.
Ahora, señor, tiene 2 asuntos pendientes a las 8:30 por la mañana, el 6 de enero, en el juzgado de paz del condado Pima.
If you don't appear at court, a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Si no se presenta, se ordenará su detención.
I'm ordering you not to go back to any incident location where you've been trespassed, okay?
Le voy a ordenar que no regrese usted al sitio del incidente donde le han dicho que no debe regresar.
All right, sir, you're excused. Thank you.
I don't want translation, sir. I don't care. I hear nothing. I cannot do.
Es todo por hoy, señor. Puede retirarse.
I'm sorry, Mr. Zazueta, you have the right to remain. You've got the right to remain silent. I don't think you should be speaking. I just released you are you asking to be held in the jail?
Lo acabo de dejar salir, señor, de la cárcel. Tiene usted derecho a guardar silencio. No pienso que debe estar diciendo nada. Lo acabo de dejar salir de la cárcel. ¿Quiere quedarse en la cárcel en lugar de poder salir?
No, sir, I would like to go out, but let me talk before I do something. Because the translation is a translation, but that is transaction, not translation.
I'm sorry.
Después me
He
dijo que va a
talks,
salir de la
Thank you, David.
no es necesario
see,
más.
he talks exactly the same time that I'm about to tell you the reason why.
Mr. Zazueta, I don't want you to tell me any reasons about any facts of this case.
Is
I'm not,
grew up
Mr. Zazueta.
I think it's a matter of law, and I think it's abide by the law. They explain me very well, long term.
Mr. Zazueta, let me ask you, Mr. Zazueta, let me ask you a question. Are you going to avoid the locations where you've been told not to return?
Yes, yes, I
You're released,
I
James.
just said,
You can move on from.
I just need to know what was the address because I don't remember the address. Because every time it's a different job.
Your Honor, does Your Honor have the addresses? Because I think that's part of what Mr. Zazueta is.
That's what I'm asking. The addresses, because it's a new.
All right, so stay away from the University of Arizona campus. I don't know what's with this. All right, Mr. Zazueta, the only address I see that you've been trespassed from currently is on the University of Arizona campus. Will you stay away from the U of A campus? Hey, Tom, you know he's muted, right?
Listen,
Yes, Your Honor, I've done that for his benefit.
you see, say you don't explain, you don't let me to explain, you said.
He's released. You're released.
Okay.
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. That was an obscenely long
Buenos
misdemeanor.
días.
Your name, please, sir? Sir, your name, please?
Su nombre, señor.
Jaime Alberto
Diga su
Guerrero.
nombre, señor. Jaime Guerrero Alberto del Toro.
Okay. Thank you.
Espere.
All right, Mr. Guerrero,
Bueno, señor Guerrero, espere.
continue on CR 25017-136.
Lo estoy viendo así por la acusación formal 250-17136.
This is one count of money laundering in the first degree, one count of possession of a weapon during a drug offense, and one count of possession of a narcotic drug.
una acusación de lavado de dinero de primer grado, una acusación de uso de arma y una acusación de posesión de droga.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney, and I'll be appointing the public defender to represent you in this case.
Tiene usted derecho a guardar silencio. Cualquier cosa diga podrá ser usada en contra suya. Voy a asignar al abogado de oficio del defensor público para que se encargue de la defensa de su caso.
We're going to go over your conditions of release, but first know that I've reviewed the interim complaint provided by law enforcement. I've reviewed the pretrial services workup, and I'll let both counsel speak if they wish to.
Vamos a hablar de las condiciones de libertad provisional, pero primeramente le informo que ya he revisado el informe policial, la indagación de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio y los comentarios del acusador, de la fiscal y el doctor. Espere.
The state's asking for a $30,000 bond. Counsel, my inclination, given the nature of the allegations, is to hold Mr. Guerrero on a $25,000 cash bond. Mr. Knauer, do you want to be heard?
I do, Your Honor.
Lo que dice el Hold on, your counsel. Lo que dice el juez es que la fiscalía está solicitando una fianza de $30,000 y el juez dice que en vista de las condiciones del caso está dispuesto a imponer una fianza de $25,000. Ahora le pide los comentarios necesarios de parte del abogado defensor que está a su lado esta mañana. Escuche. Go ahead, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. I want to give first 3 reasons why we're asking Your Honor to release Mr. Guerrero, and then I'll pause for the translation.
Primeramente, le indicaré que tengo 3 razones por pedir una modificación a la fianza que se impone o se considera para el señor Guerrero, y luego pasaré para que se le explique por el intérprete. Counsel, go ahead.
Yes, the 3 reasons are, first, that Mr. Guerrero by pretrial services has been labeled a level 1 risk. Second, that he has committed or alleged to have committed nonviolent offenses. And third, that he scored 1s on the NCA and FTA scoring systems.
Lo que dice el señor Canaro, el defensor público que está a su lado, dice que pues, según el informe de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio, es que usted tuvo anotaciones de nivel 1 de riesgo de reincidencia y todas las indicaciones indican que fueron incidentes no violentos, y por tercero, que dice que tiene puntuación únicamente al nivel 1 de posibilidades de actividades delictivas continuas. Go ahead, counsel.
Yes, I want to give 2 more reasons why we're asking for release, and then to give my ultimate recommendation, and I'll pause there. The 4th reason is Mr. Guerrero's lack. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Vic.
Dice que la cuarta razón por pedir que se le libere al señor Guerrero. Go ahead, counsel. 4th reason.
Yes, 4th reason is Mr. Guerrero's lack of felony history. The 5th reason is confirmed employment and housing. And finally, the defense is asking for him to be released to pretrial services, or alternatively to receive a much lower bond.
Lo que dice es que no tiene falta de comparecencia, tiene empleo y vivienda comprobada, y dice que si le deja salir, que sea supervisado por la Agencia de Servicios Provisionales, y de no ser así, que le imponga una fianza más alcanzable, más baja.
All right.
Espere, go ahead.
Mr. Guerrero, your counsel has made very strong reasons for why I should modify my initial thoughts. Go ahead, Pedro, sorry.
Su abogado ha hecho declaraciones compelentes del por qué yo voy a modificar mi inclinación original.
My concern is the allegations have you with almost $15,000 in cash in a vehicle.
Lo que me concierne a mí es que lo detuvieron con casi $15,000 de dinero efectivo en su automóvil.
I'm going to hold you on that $25,000 cash bond, and a future attorney can certainly make strong arguments for your release at a future date, sir.
Sí le voy a imponer la fianza de $25,000, y el abogado que se le designe podrá hablar con el juez asignado al caso si procede de nuevo esa decisión.
And with that, sir, you're excused.
Con eso puede retirarse, señor. Gracias.
Your Honor, do we have a future court date?
Oh, I'm sure we do. Sorry, Tom.
Va a imponer van a decir de las audiencias futuras. Espere.
Thank you. It's December 29th at 1:30.
La siguiente audiencia será el 29 de diciembre a la 1:30 por la tarde.
That court date is unlikely to go, Mr. Guerrero. Please talk to your attorney about why I set a court date that is unlikely to go.
Es muy probable que esa audiencia no se lleve a cabo. Puede hablar con su abogado del por qué.
All right, so you're excused.
Con eso puede retirarse. Gracias.
29 de diciembre, dice.
Your name, please, sir?
¿Su nombre,
Jesús
señor?
Molina.
Jesús Molina.
Mr. Molina, do you need an interpreter?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Molina, because you're going to use an interpreter, please don't speak until until Mr. Davis interprets, and then speak in Spanish for him so that he can interpret back to me.
Bueno, señor, estamos usando el servicio de intérprete del tribunal, así es que espere, por favor, que el intérprete me interprete la frase antes de responder usted en español en palabras completas. ¿Está bien?
Está bien.
That's fine.
Mr. Molina, this is the time for your initial appearance.
Esta es la audiencia de comparación inicial, señor Molina.
We're going to go over your conditions of release, but first know that you have the right to remain silent.
Vamos a repasar las condiciones de libertad provisional, pero tiene derecho usted de guardar silencio.
Anything you say can be used against you.
Cualquier cosa que diga podrá ser usada en contra suya.
You have the right to an attorney, and in this case, I'll be appointing the public defender to represent you, and you have an attorney sitting next to you right now.
Tiene usted derecho a representación legal, puede asignar abogado y oficio al defensor público para que se encargue de su defensa. También tiene a su lado esta mañana un abogado defensor.
I'm seeing you on CR 25017-148. This is 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of criminal damage, 1 count of a misdemeanor DUI, and 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident, also a misdemeanor.
Estoy viendo aquí por la acusación formal que se cita por número 2501754, 2 acusaciones de agresión con arma mortal, instrumento peligroso, uno de imponer daños penales, otro de delito menor de conductor ebrio y también de evadirse, alejarse del sitio de un accidente.
Sir, Mr. Molina, the state's asking for a $5,000 bond.
La fiscalía está pidiendo que se le imponga fianza de $5,000.
No puedo pagar $5,000.
I'm not able to pay $5,000.
That's what the state's asking for right now, sir.
Es lo que está pidiendo la fiscalía. Ya vamos a ver. Espere.
Counsel, my inclination is to hold Mr. Molina on a $1,100 bond. Mr. Canauer, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your
Lo que
Honor.
dice el abogado defensor, estoy dispuesto a ponerle fianza de $1,100. El abogado defensor va a ofrecer sus comentarios.
And Your Honor,
Correcto.
we are asking Your Honor to consider release to pretrial services for 4 reasons.
Lo que pedimos es que considere usted liberarlo bajo la supervisión de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio por 4 motivos y se los explicaré.
I'll give each reason and then pause for Mr. Davis to interpret.
Daré cada razón una por una para que le interprete el intérprete.
The first reason, Your Honor, is Mr. Molina's stated inability to pay any bond.
La primera es, como lo dijo el señor Molina, no es capaz de pagar cualquier cantidad de fianza.
The second reason is that pretrial services has evaluated Mr. Molina to require only level 1 supervision despite the allegations.
Y lo que dice es que la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio ha hecho su evaluación y lo que determinan ellos El señor Molina solamente requerirá la supervisión al nivel 1 pendiente del caso.
The third reason is the relatively low MCA and FTA scores despite the allegations.
Y lo que dice por tercer motivo es que a pesar de las alegaciones en contra de él tiene puntuaciones muy bajas, un nivel 1 de posibilidades de acciones delictivas nuevas y falta de comparecencia en su historial personal. Go ahead, counsel.
The last reason, Your Honor, is that Mr. Molina has a very limited criminal history with no felony involvement for more than 30 years.
Y el último motivo, señor juez, es que él tiene historial delictivo muy bajo, falta de antecedentes y ninguno por delito mayor en 30 años.
All right.
Bueno, dice el juez.
Mr. Molina and Mr. Poston, I've considered what Mr. Canower has said. I've reassessed my inclination, my new inclination, in order to speak, Neil, is to release Mr. Molina to pretrial services with orders not to possess any alcohol or consume any alcohol, monitoring directed by pretrial services. And I'm going to be requesting that pretrial services does do alcohol monitoring. Neil, do you want to be heard?
Señora Molina, le voy a comentar al fiscal y al señor Canower lo que pienso hacer. Voy a considerar mi decisión y voy a decir que me veo dispuesto a dejarlo salir bajo la libertad supervisada por la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio, de prohibirle consumo o posesión de licor y que se someta a cualquier monitoreo o vigilancia que le ordene la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio y que le hagan monitoreo particularmente sobre el uso del licor en su historia personal y continua. ¿Y quiere comentar algo más usted, señor Poston? Go ahead, Mr. Poston.
No, pues,
Hey, Neil, you're muted.
Nothing
Espera,
further, Your
señor.
Honor.
Thank you, Neil.
El señor Poston dice que no tiene más que comentar.
Mr. Molina, you have a court date of January 6th at 1:30 PM. That court date is unlikely to go. Please speak to your attorney about why I set a court date that is unlikely to go.
Your Honor, the interpreter didn't hear the date, it cut out.
January 6th, 1:30.
Señor Molina, lo voy a tener la siguiente audiencia a la 1:30 el día 6 de enero. Es improbable que se lleve a cabo esa audiencia. Ya le puede hablar a su abogado para que le explique por qué no se lleva a cabo esa audiencia de preliminar.
And Your Honor, to clarify, is Your Honor releasing him to pretrial services?
Yes. Thanks, Tom. Release to pretrial services with
Lo que
monitoring,
pregunta el abogado,
alcohol monitoring.
sí, va a lograr salir bajo la supervisión de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio, Pretrial Services, con vigilancia y monitoreo particular al uso de licor.
You're excused, Mr. Molina.
Puede retirarse, señor Molina.
Jail, we have one more case that needs a Spanish interpreter for a victim. It's Jesus Abril. Mr. Molina, you're free to go.
Ya puede ir, señor Molina.
Did you hear me though, Jail?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll get it.
Thank you. Is the victim for Jesus Abril on the line?
Se encuentra en la línea de conferencia la víctima en el caso de Jesús Abril. Está la víctima presente. Your Honor, I see two identifications for a telephone number 7243171 and one shows the muted icon.
Right. If the victim for Jesus Abril is on the line and we can't hear you, try dialing the number *6 and then you can be heard.
Si la víctima en el caso de Jesús Abril se encuentra en la línea, no lo podemos escuchar por estar en silencio. Puede usted oprimir el teclado del símbolo de estrella y número 6, *6, para poder escucharle.
Okay. Mr. Abril, this is the time for your initial appearance on 4 city court matters.
Your Honor, the interpreter can interpret this into Spanish so that the
Oh,
victim in English
that's what
is
I'm looking-
silent,
yeah.
will still hear.
A good point,
Or
Pedro.
I can try calling her direct. I can try calling her directly as well. She'll pick up. Shall I take a second to do that?
So the victim is, I'm getting word from from Mari, the clerk, that the victim is on the line. I don't know if they don't want to be heard or if they just can't figure out how to unmute their phone. Because they're there, Pedro, would you translate for me?
Certainly. Tenemos el caso pendiente con el acusado Jesús Abril, Jesús Francisco Abril.
So, Mr. Abril, I'm seeing you on 4 city
Right.
court matters.
Señor Abril, lo estamos viendo el día de hoy por 4 asuntos del juzgado municipal.
2 counts of criminal trespass, 1 count of resisting arrest, 1 count of shoplifting, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia.
Todas acusaciones de ingreso ilícito a propiedad ajena, una acusación de ratería de tiendas, otra de resistiendo al arresto, and the 4th charge, please, Your Honor.
Yes, paraphernalia, possession of paraphernalia.
Y la 4ª acusación de posesión de parafernales de droga.
This is the time for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you.
Esa es la comparecencia inicial. Tiene usted derecho a guardar silencio. Cualquier cosa que diga podrá ser en contra suya.
I'm going to set future court dates. You're ordered to appear at those court dates.
Voy a ponerle condiciones de libertad provisional. Se ordena presentarse cuando se le diga.
If you don't appear, a warrant could issue for your arrest and trial could go forward in your absence.
Si no se presenta, puede ordenarse su detención y el caso puede proceder en su ausencia, inclusive con su juicio mismo.
If you're convicted at trial but don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal.
Si se le pronuncia culpable estando ausente usted, sin poder darse la sentencia en 30 días, puede usted perder el derecho de apelar el fallo de culpable.
Mr. Abril, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash bond, order you not to go back to the incident location of 6221 South Campbell.
Señor Abril, voy a ponerle fianza de $500 en efectivo. Si logra salir, se ordena no regresar al sitio del incidente a 6221 al sur de la Campbell.
Your next court date is on December 26th at 1:45 p.m. and I'm appointing the city public defender to represent you.
La próxima audiencia en su caso se programa para el día 26 de diciembre a la 1:45 de la tarde y voy a asignar al abogado de oficio del defensor público del juzgado municipal para que lo defienda.
I'm also entering pleas of not guilty on your behalf for these 4 cases.
Y por lo pronto se registra su declaración de no culpable ante los cargos a nombre suyo.
And sir, with that, you're excused.
Con eso puede retirarse, señor. Es todo. And Your Honor, may the interpreter be excused?
Yeah, Pedro, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Joe here, it's, just so the court is aware, Mr. Diaz has refused to come to court today.
Okay, the Aaron Diaz Martinez,
Yes, Your Honor.
that's fine. It's just a review hearing. I'll just set it next month.
Your Honor.
Your name, please, sir?
Edward.
All right, Mr. Garlic, I'm seeing you on a review hearing here. Let me pull it up. All right. Given what's going on in the Superior Court case here, we're gonna set a review hearing for January 20th at 9 a.m. See if we can resolve the case in Pima County Court. If so, hopefully Maricopa County will come and get you, but we'll be seeing you on January 20th at 9 a.m. if they don't, okay?
Regards to which,
In regards to the Maricopa County Superior Court warrant.
the Maricopa County?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
All right, sir, you're excused.
all right, so, okay.
Yeah, so Mr. Garlic,
Yes, sir.
well, I don't know what's going on with
Yes,
your,
sir.
I don't know what's going on with your current Superior Court case in Pima County. All I know is that you're still here in Pima County and Maricopa County has not come and got you yet. Is your Pima County case completed?
No, not yet, Your Honor. I'm still, but I should be having an attorney file an appearance up there on my behalf, within the next week.
So,
So,
so Maricopa County is gonna come and get you once your Pima County case is done. If your Pima County case is complete and they haven't come and picked you up yet, that's why we're setting these review hearings to make sure that you're just waiting in jail forever if Maricopa County drops the ball, okay?
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you're excused. Did I? Really? If you say so. I did 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and 1? No, I have crossed that incorrectly. Your name, please, ma'am?
Lopez Perez de Mariela.
Ms. Lopez Perez, I'm seeing you on a review hearing for a Bisbee County Superior Court case, not a Bisbee County, a Bisbee Court Superior Court case. We're gonna set a review hearing on January 20th at 9 a.m. just to make sure that you're not being held in the Pima County Jail with Bisbee forgetting about you, okay? All right, ma'am. So January 20th, 9 a.m. You're excused.
Okay, thank you.
You, ma'am. That was number 4, I'm guessing, right? Yeah. Your name, please, sir?
Kevin Esteban Rodriguez.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm seeing you on a review hearing. Let me see what court it's for. I'm seeing you on a Santa Cruz County warrant case. Looks like you're still here on a Superior Court case from Pima County. We're gonna do a review hearing on January 20th at 9 a.m. just to make sure that Santa Cruz has not forgotten about you, okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, we'll see you back here then.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
This one.
President, 4, 5, 6. This is up. This
Jill, are we gonna bring in all the misdemeanors right now?
Yes, Your Honor. Hold on.
Your name, please, sir?
Mario Durazo.
All right, give me 1 second, sir.
Buenos días, sí, buenos días.
All right, Mr. Durazo, I want to give you some information and for the ladies and gentlemen behind you. This is your initial appearance, everybody. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. In some instances, I'll be appointing an attorney. I'm going to set a court date. If you do not appear at the court date that I set, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Before we go over your charges and your conditions of release, know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement as well as from the file. Mr. Durazo, I'm seeing you on 5 counts of disorderly conduct. I'm going to hold you on a $5,000 cash bond, sir. Order you to have no contact with the alleged victim. Order you not to go to the incident location. I'm going to appoint Anna Dennis to represent you. Her name and number are on paperwork the jail will give you. You have court on December 18th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Cornejo in Pima County Justice Court. That, sir, you're excused.
That's it?
Oh. And I'm sorry, there was a victim on the line for the Durazo case. Did the victim want to be heard?
Yes, it's me, Nayeli Osuna.
You want to be heard, ma'am?
Yes, I can speak with you.
Well, if you want to speak, you have to speak to everyone in the courthouse. Did you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
What I just wanted to mention, that if anything, what he's being charged for, he needs mostly like a therapy, like a counsel, some anger management.
Right.
We've been through this before, and I think that would benefit more of him being held in a jail or going to prison.
I can't.
That's what I want to mention.
Can't order that right now, ma'am. I understand what you're saying. All I can order right now is whether he's going to be released or held. I've held him on a bond. I'm holding him on a bond, sir, just because of the nature of the charges, as well as the allegation that you are on probation for domestic violence for the same alleged victim. So right now, I'm holding on that $5,000 cash bond. All right, you're excused, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. Your name, please, ma'am?
Viridiana Landavaso.
All right, Landavazo, I'm seeing you on a Sarita case.
Yes, sir.
This is 1 count of domestic violence, criminal damage, 1 count of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. Ma'am, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at court. You'll have court on February 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in Sarita, okay?
Okay.
All right, ma'am, with that, you're excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Martinez.
Your name, please, sir?
Barry Martinez.
All right, Mr. Martinez, I'm seeing you on a case at a Green Valley Justice Court.
Yes.
Sorry, give me 1 second. This is 2 counts of disorderly conduct. Oh, that's right. Hey, is anyone on from pretrial here?
Hi, this is Crystal Williams with Pretrial Services.
Hey, Crystal, were we ever able to access information from? Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw it there. I apologize. Thank you.
No
for-
worries, it was updated.
It was updated. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
reaching out. Okay. Mr. Martinez, I was talking to pretrial because when they had first given me their release, they had no information about whether or not you could return back home. They reached out to your mother and brother again. You are able to return back home. You can have contact with them if you would like to. If I release you on your promise to appear at court in Green Valley, will you appear at court?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I'm going to release you then on your promise to appear. You've got court on January 8th of next year. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. in Green Valley Justice Court. Okay, sir? All right, sir, you're excused. Thank you, pretrial. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Set the seat back up there. Wilson.
Your name, please?
Aaron Wilson.
All right. Give me 1 second, ma'am. All right. Ms. Wilson, I'm seeing you on one count of domestic violence disorderly conduct. This is a case out of Pima County Justice Court, and I believe there's somebody on the line for this case. Is someone on the line for Ms. Wilson?
Yes. Yes, Owen Brown, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Did you want to be heard?
Yes, she has a history of mental health, and I don't think that, that would be something that could be held against her so long as she does get treatment, whether the future court demands it or if she does it willingly. It was just, a factor because of outside court issues, for me, with doctors, but I do feel safe with her coming home, like I said, with the mental health treatment, whether it's court ordered or voluntary. And her son has separation anxiety, so the sooner we can get it back, the better.
Ms. Wilson, are you being seen anywhere at Kodak, Law Firm, Nara, Hope?
No,
Sorry?
because something happened 5 years ago and just never went back.
Okay. Do you want any kind of treatment or help? I don't know you at all. I don't know the fact of the case. I'm just responding to what the victim says. Are you asking for any kind of treatment or help?
If he wants it, I'll do it.
Okay. So I'm going to release you, ma'am, on your promise to appear at court. You've got court on January 6th at 10:30. That's in Pima County Justice Court in front of Judge Foster. There is a trailer that's attached to the jail outside. They have resources that you can access for mental health treatment, drug treatment, housing help, a number of services. There's a blue line that connects the jail to this trailer or caravan or unit. If you want help, please go there. I can't order you to do treatment right now. I don't know if that's something that Judge Foster is going to do at a later date, but it's not something that I can order you to do right now, ma'am, okay? You are released on your promise to appear, though. And that concludes this matter, ma'am. Mario, what?
Mr. Compton? Yes.
Your name, please, sir?
Joseph Cherry Compton.
All right, sir, hold on. Wrong pile of what? All right. Mr. Compton, I'm seeing you on a number of city court misdemeanors. This is one count of failure to appear for a soliciting charge, one count of possession of paraphernalia, another count of soliciting, and then 1 count of domestic violence disorderly conduct, and 1 count of domestic violence criminal damage, okay? Sir, if I release you, will you not have any contact with the alleged victims in this case? I don't recall their names because it's on an older file, but do you know who I'm talking about?
No,
Okay, hold on then, let me look for it. All right, this is your daughter and your granddaughter. Will you have no contact with your daughter and your granddaughter?
no. They do nothing but steal from me.
All right, so if you will have no contact with them, then I'll release you. Is that all right?
That was a professional convict.
All right, hold on. And you're a veteran, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You've got court on January 20th
Okay.
at 1:30 PM. That's gonna be in front of Judge Seaman for vet court, okay?
Okay.
So no,
Actually, I was actually born on Davis Mountain.
okay, well, thank you for your service, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Stupid me turned 17, joined the army.
All right, sir, this is the time for your arraignment on the new charges. You are, I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty on your behalf. If you fail to appear at a future court date, not only could a warrant issue for your arrest, but trial could go for it in your absence. If you are
Okay.
convicted at trial and you don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal, okay?
Yeah. My last court date that I went there for VA court,
Yeah.
the security wouldn't let me into the building because I had too much stuff on my walker.
Well, that seems unfortunate.
So I had to make another court date
Yeah, I can't tell city court security.
because they made me miss it.
Yeah, I can't tell city court security what to do. I know that
Yeah.
Judge Seaman will want to help you in these charges, sir. That's why we have. But you just gotta
Okay.
get to court, okay?
I appreciate it.
Sir, you're excused. Simone, thank you. Is it SE or SI? Simone, okay, select Simone, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Your name, please?
So Chris,
All right, Mr. Frias, I'm seeing you on well, the city court system is down, so I can't tell you the exact case number, but I'm seeing you on 1 count of DV criminal damage, 1 count of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. Sir, I'm gonna release you on your promise to appear. You got court January 20th at 9:30 AM in front of Judge Million. That's in Tucson City Court, okay? All right, sir, you're excused. Oh, I'm sorry, actually, sir, hold on. I'm sorry, sir, hold on. I gotta enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. If you don't appear at a future court hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Trial could go for in your absence. If you're convicted at trial and don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Hogan?
All right, 1 second, sir. For those of you who are here on city court cases, and you'll know when I tell you, I'm gonna enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. I'll do that individually, but just so you all know, and you're all advised of this, if you don't appear at a future court hearing, not only could a warrant issue for your arrest, but because this is your arraignment, trial could go for it in your absence. And if you're convicted at trial and don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal. All right, sir, your name?
Corey Hogan.
Hogan. I'm seeing you on 1 count of domestic violence, threats and intimidation, 1 count of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I'm gonna hold you on a $250 cash bond, order you to have no contact with Violeta Mamboanda, order you not to go to 3601 North Stone, I'm going to appoint the city public defender to represent you, sir, and give you a court date of December 23rd at 1:30 p.m. That's in front of Judge Million. And enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, sir.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your Honor, a lot of what you said in the last couple minutes was copying.
Oh.
Could you please start again with what the bond is?
Yeah, sorry, you're breaking up there too, Tom. So the bond is $250 cash. You're ordered of no contact with the alleged victim, Violeta Mambuanda. Ordered not to go to the incident location at 3601 North Stone. I'm appointing the city public defender to represent you. Got a court date December 23rd in front of Judge Million. And I'm entering pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And with that, sir, you're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
With what you're saying. Sure. Thank you.
Ruth?
Your name, please?
Dante Luz.
Give me 1 second, Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis, if I release you, do you have somewhere to go besides 5600 South Midvale?
Not at the moment, no, I can find somewhere.
Were you living with Eliana Norris and her stepfather?
Yes.
So I can't allow you to have contact with them at this point in time. Right? If you have contact with them, you could be facing new charges for violating a court order. Understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll release you on your promise to appear. No contact with the alleged victims. You can't go back to that location. I'm gonna enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. You've got court on January 20th at 1:30 p.m. in front of Judge Million. There is a unit attached to the jail, if you follow the blue line when you're released, that might be able to help you with housing resources, okay, sir? If you can't find a friend to sleep with. All right, sir, with that, you're excused.
Quick question though, all my,
Yeah.
personal belongings are at their apartment.
You can return once with law enforcement then, okay, sir?
Okay.
I'll make sure that I check that box, so you can now return once with law enforcement.
And Your Honor, could you clarify which court that is? I know you said Judge Million, but I'm not sure which court she's with.
Oh, these are all city court cases, Tom, thanks.
Oh, they're all city court. Okay,
Yeah.
great,
The next like 5.
great.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Mesa.
Yes, sir. Hello, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
So your name?
Edgar Mesa.
All right, Mr. Mesa, I'm seeing you on 1 count of disorderly conduct, 1 count of assault. Give me 1 second to review pretrial's report.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to consolidate your new case with your other city court case, the CM 250-42533. I'm going to vacate the pretrial conference that was set on that case for December 17th. I'm going to set this new case in front of Judge Hale as well. So I'm going to hold you on a bond this time of $250 cash. I'm going to set a hearing for you, a video review hearing for you on December 26th. So it's in a week at 1:45 p.m.
Can I address you? Can I please speak?
You can, sir. You have the right to remain silent, but you can speak.
I know. I just wanted to apologize for missing my court date. I was actually doing community service for Nogales, and I got that accomplished. I also landed a job, and today is my first paycheck. Really sorry for missing court. I was just trying to make it home, and I ended up here. Really sorry for missing court. Handling business and trying to be responsible, and I just wanted to apologize for that. I wasn't trying to like elude court or anything. I just got it mixed up, the court dates with the Nogales. I'm doing community service for them to get my license back on a bunch of tickets, and I accomplished that. And I also landed a job, and today's my first paycheck. I'm really sorry for missing court though.
Sir, it's not the missing court. I'm not holding a bond because you're missing court. I'm putting you on a bond because last time you were court ordered to not do certain things. You have committed, there's an allegation that you have new charges that are very similar to the old charges. And that's the reason I'm holding you on a bond this time. But if you post a bond, you can be released. Just make sure you show up for court next time.
No. I'm fully compliant and I'm responsible. I'm trying to be like handle my dues and take care of business, boss. I'm not like trying to be a nuisance. I was trying to make it home on the bus and I don't know what happened. I'm here, but like I just wanted to express that. I'm sorry.
All right. Mentor, please do not get on your behalf, sir. You're excused.
Okay. How much was my bond, boss?
$250.
So okay, $250. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a blessed day. Excuse me.
Wait,
Your name, please?
Michael Swigert.
Swagger, I'm seeing you on one kind of criminal trespass, one kind of theft. These are failure to appears. Judge Mayhew has asked that I hold you on a $1,500 bond. I'm going to do that. It's a $1,500 cash bond. Going to set a video review hearing for December 26th at 1:45 p.m. Appoint the city public defender to represent you. And enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. Okay, sir? Good. All right, sir, you're excused.
Sir, who's correct? Works.
Your name, please?
Petra Thompson. I'm also hard of hearing. I just want to inform you.
All right, Ms. Thompson, I'm seeing you on 2 counts of disorderly conduct.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to consolidate this case with CM 25022 909 and CM 250-22516. I'm going to vacate the hearing for January 12th. I'm going to hold you on a bond of $250. I'm going to appoint the city PD to represent you. I'm going to set a hearing for December 26th at 1:45 in front of Judge Verena and enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. Is that your excuse?
Okay. I have a question. How does bond work?
Your name, please, sir?
Santiago Yanes.
Mr. Yanes, I'm seeing you on 1 count of disorderly conduct, a DV offense, 1 count of criminal damage, a DV offense. Give me 1 second to read pretrial services recommendation. You have somewhere else to go besides that address on Fergus?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What do you need the address for?
Hold on, sir. All right. So I'll release you on your promise to appear, sir, as long as you will not have contact with Yamika. I'm not sure if that's
Yes.
how you pronounce her name, but Yamika Mendez Soto, will you agree to have no contact with her?
Yes.
You will agree not to go back to the address on Fergus?
Yes.
All right. So I'll release you, sir, on your promise to appear at court. You've got court on January 20th at 1:30 PM in front of Judge Million. That is city court.
Okay.
All right, sir?
All right.
So I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And with that, you're excused, sir.
All right.
Tom, that does it for all the Tucson City Court cases, just FYI.
Thank you.
Your name, please?
Tyler Rollins.
Mr. Rollins, this time for your initial appearance, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. Give me 1 second to see what this case is about. All right. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm going to appoint the legal advocate's office to represent you. You also have an attorney sitting next to you for this proceeding. I'm seeing you on one count of disorderly conduct. This is CR 20255746. My inclination, sir, is to hold you on a $5,000 cash secured bond. Does counsel wish to be heard?
No, Judge. Mr. Poston, go ahead again.
No, Judge.
Tom?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask Your Honor to consider release to pretrial services. One of the reasons we're asking for that is that there appears to have been a lack of actual notice about the court hearing that Mr. Rollins was supposed to appear for. It appears from the PTS records that it was sent, the summons was sent to general delivery, which of course Mr. Rollins doesn't live at. There does appear to have been existing NVD records that he was at an address on South Pantano. So I think Mr. Rollins' prior failure to appear was due to his just lack of notice about the hearing. And of course, if he had shown up for the hearing, then he wouldn't be in this position here. I would point out that he also has minimal felony history. He hasn't had anything in a while. We're just asking Your Honor to give Mr. Rollins one more chance to appear in custody.
And so, Mr. Rollins, here's why I'm not going to do that. You were arrested on November 16th. You were released to pretrial services and given a court date. You were released to pretrial services to make sure you would check in and call pretrial services. Pretrial services says you did not do that. Had you done that, they would have given you the arraignment date, which also would have been noticed. So because the bond that was requested earlier was for $5,000, I'm going to honor that bond and hold you on a $5,000 bond, sir. You've got court December 24th at 1:30 PM. That's going to be your arraignment. I'm going to appoint, I already said, the legal advocate's office. And if you are released, actually, regardless, you can have no contact with the alleged victims, whoever they are, okay? Yeah. All right, sir, you're excused.
Yeah, Secretary to the 24th.
We have the rest of the felonies in the jail. Sorry, rest of the felonies in the courtroom, jail.
Oh. Let's get the felonies right.
Your name, please? Give me 1 second for it to kind of quiet down, okay? All right, for Mr. Bustamante and the individuals behind you, sir, this is the time for your initial appearance. We're gonna go over your conditions of release as well as your charges, but first, know that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. If you're here on a felony matter, I'll be appointing you an attorney for the future proceedings. You also have an attorney sitting next to you right now. I've reviewed the interim complaint provided by law enforcement. I've reviewed information from pretrial services, and I'm going to listen to both the attorney sitting next to you as well as the prosecutor before I determine what conditions of release are warranted. So, sir, you said your name was what again? I'm sorry.
Joshua Bustamante.
All right, sir. Mr. Bustamante, I'm seeing you on 1 count of aggravated assault with serious physical injury, 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of being a prohibited possessor, and 1 count of discharging a firearm within the city limits. Sir, the state's asking for a $25,000 bond. Tom, did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd ask Your Honor to consider that Mr. Bustamante, despite the nature of the allegations in his criminal history, has still been assessed to be only a level 2 risk by pretrial services. And we would also note Mr. Bustamante's inability to pay a bond, especially one as high as $25,000. So if Your Honor is to order a bond, we would ask it to be significantly lower, perhaps closer to $2,500.
Mr. Bustamante, given the nature of all the alleged charges against you as well as new allegations, I'm gonna go with the state's requested bond of 25,000 cash or secure. I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you. You've got court on December 29th at 1:30 p.m. That court hearing is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney about what that means. Also, no contact with the alleged victims in this case. Your excuse, sir.
Corrales.
And Tom, I was incorrect here. There's one more city court case. And it's Mr. Corrales. Your name, sir?
Oscar Corrales.
Mr. Corrales, I'm seeing you on a couple of matters. I'm seeing you on CR 2025-5427, Pima County Superior Court case for ag DUI and possession of dangerous drugs. I'm also seeing you, possession of prisoner contraband. I'm also seeing you on a misdemeanor for possession of drug paraphernalia. All right. On the felony case, sir, the state's asking for a $2,500 bond. Tom, do you want to be heard?
I do, Your Honor. We would again ask, this is similar to the situation we discussed a couple of people ago about a notice issue, but I think in this situation, it's even more notable. So with Mr. Corrales, it does look like that he was previously arrested for the DUI charge. He was held on a bond. It was dismissed back in February. And at that point, that was it. Of course, he wasn't under any supervision or anything at that time. And then this came back. It was sent to the West Calle Cascara address, which is in Sahuarita. At that time, Mr. Corrales was not living there anymore. It looks like he was living here in Tucson at an address, I believe, in Fifth. And so Mr. Corrales's lack of his lack of appearance, I believe, was not willful, and it was just, I think the best effort was made to get him noticed, and he just simply didn't get it. I think if Mr. Corrales had received actual notice, that he would have showed up to his court hearing. So at least as far as the felony matter is concerned, we would ask for pretrial services release.
And Neil, given what Tom stated, my inclination is going to be to release Mr. Corrales to pretrial services. You want to be heard?
Your Honor.
Mr. Corrales, I will release you to pretrial services. It does look like there was some confusion with the dismissal and the refile, and it's possible you didn't have notice. So we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You're released to pretrial services. Make sure you have contact with them. They'll tell you when your next court dates are, okay? You're gonna have a court date on January 6th at 1:30 PM. That court date is unlikely to go, so stay in touch with pretrial, stay in touch with your attorney. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you, all right, sir?
Okay.
On your city court case, sir, it's one kind of drug paraphernalia. I'm gonna release you on your promise to appear at court. You've got court on January 14th. Hold on, I just made it worse. All right, you got court on January 14th. It's at 9 AM in front of Judge Verena. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, sir. If you fail to appear at that hearing, not only could a warrant issue for your arrest, but trial could go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at trial and don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right, so you're excused.
Mr. Gomez. I'm talking to court.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I think hold on. Okay, hold on. Counsel, give me 1 second here. I needed to pick something with Mr. Corrales. There, he's been released on both. Hey, jail, I'm so sorry. Can we bring Mr. Corrales back? There was some confusion, operator error on my end. Hey, Mr. Corrales, will you give that sheet back to Mr. Knauer? He's gonna fill in some more information for you. Mr.
Oh,
Corrales, yeah. So I didn't tell you this. You also have an arraignment on December 24th at 1:30. That court date is absolutely going to go. All right? So I've set two court dates for you here. One that is unlikely to go, that's called your preliminary hearing, and one that will absolutely go on December 24th called your arraignment. All right, sir? All right, sir. With that, you're excused.
And Your Honor, the arraignment is in Superior Court, correct?
Yes, Tom. Yep.
Thanks. May I have just a moment with Mr. Corrales?
Yeah. Your name, please, sir?
Fabian Gomez.
All right, Mr. Gomez, I'm seeing you on CR 25017-147. This is one count of domestic violence aggravated assault with serious physical injury, one count of domestic violence criminal damage, and one count of domestic violence criminal trespass. Sir, the state's asking for a $50,000 bond. Tom, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask Your Honor to consider that Mr. Gomez has been assessed by pretrial to be only a level 2, needing only level 2 supervision, despite the nature of the allegations. I noted from the PTS report that he appears to have confirmed housing away from the alleged victim history for Mr. Gomez. And so also, of course, an inability to pay a $50,000 bond. And so ultimately, we would ask for either pretrial services or a much lower bond.
All right. Mr. Gomez, my inclination then is to hold you on a $25,000 bond. Neil, do you want to be heard further?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Gomez, $25,000 bond, cash is secured. You may have absolutely no contact with the alleged victim. If you're released, you may not go back to the incident location. Understood?
Understood.
You've got court on December 29th at 1:30 PM. That's going to be a preliminary hearing. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. All right, sir, you're excused.
So what's going on? Am I being held?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The more I try to wet it out, the worse it got. Your name, please, sir?
Mr. Harden?
All right, Mr. Harden, I'm seeing you on CR 250171139. There's one count of unlawful flight from law enforcement. State's asking for a $2,500 bond. Give me 1 second. My inclination is to release you to pretrial services, sir. Neil, did you want to be heard further?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harden, I know you can't drive without a valid license. I'm gonna remind you not to drive without a valid license, okay? I don't know what's happened to your license with these allegations. Talk to your attorney about that, okay? They'll know more information. I'm gonna release you to pretrial services, so you gotta stay in contact with them. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Set court on December 29th at 1:30 PM. I'm sorry, January 6th at 1:30 PM. That's gonna be a preliminary hearing. That court date is unlikely to go. Please speak to your attorney about why I've set that court date, okay? All right, sir, you're excused. Your name, please?
Cindy Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm seeing you on CR 250171137. This is one count of theft of means of transportation, one count of possession of a narcotic drug, one count of burglary in the 3rd degree. State's asking for a. Nope, let me find it. State's asking for a $10,000 bond. I'm inclined to agree with that bond, given the allegations and specifically the allegations of where. Strike that. Okay, I'm inclined to lower the bond to $5,000. Does either counsel wish to be heard?
Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. We'd ask Your Honor to consider release to pretrial services, and for a few reasons. Number one, pretrial services has assessed Mr. Hernandez to be only needing a level 1 level of supervision. This is, of course, a nonviolent offense. She does have relatively low NCA and FTA scores, and there is verification that she has been living in Tucson. In addition, she has no felony history. So, especially the last point, we'd urge Your Honor to give her a chance to appear and conclude this case out of custody.
Neil, are you strongly objecting to that?
Yes, Your Honor. The state has grave concerns given the circumstance.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to hold you on a $1,100 cash and secured bond. appoint the public defender to represent you. You've got court on December 29th at 1:30 PM. That court date is unlikely to go, so please speak to your attorney about why it's at that court date. Your excuse, ma'am. Your name, please, sir.
No, Gerardo Lozoya.
Lozoya, I'm seeing you on CR 25017-141. This is one count of possession of narcotic drug, one count of possession of paraphernalia. Looks like you were recently, are you off? Well, don't say anything, sir. Mr. Lozoya, have you heard of the STEPS program run by the Pima County Superior Court and the Pima County Attorney's Office?
No, I haven't.
It's a program that if you qualify, you do certain screenings, that's the wrong word. You do certain treatment plans. If you complete the treatment plans, the state can dismiss or will dismiss these charges. Are you interested in doing treatment?
Yes, yes.
All right. If I release you, do you got somewhere safe to go where you might not be around drug to use?
Yes, Sean.
Okay, over the state's objection, I'm gonna release you to pretrial services, sir. Do monitoring as directed by them. That might include drug testing, so they'll let the court know if you've already violating the no alcohol or drugs order. You've got court on January, sorry. Tom, you waive time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, sir, your most important date right now, if you want to qualify for this STEPS program that I just talked about, is to go to court on December 24th. That should be easy. It's Christmas Eve. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's a pretty popular time of year right now in this country. So December 24th, 9 AM, you got to go to the Pima County Superior Court to be screened for STEPS. I don't know if you qualify, but if you don't go, you will absolutely not get into the program. Right? It looks like you've been dealing with this for a long time. It'd be nice to get a handle on it eventually. And you're not getting younger. Zoya, so I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you. You've got that court on December 24th. All right, here, let me start over. 3 important things, okay? I'm releasing you. Call pretrial when you're released. Before you're released, they'll give you information on how to contact them. You got to go to court December 24th, okay? Third, in a couple of days, call the Pima County Public Defender's Office and you can speak to somebody about what the STEPS program is. All right, sir? All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your excuse, sir.
Mr. Martinez.
Your name, please.
Nasa Martinez.
All right, Ms. Martinez, I'm seeing you on CR 25017-142. This is 1 count of transportation or sale of a narcotic drug, 2 counts of possession of a weapon during a drug offense, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. State's asking for a $15,000 bond. I'm inclined to hold Ms. Martinez on a $2,500 cash bond. Does either party wish to be heard? Tom?
Yes, Your Honor. We asked Your Honor to reconsider pretrial services release on the basis of Ms. Martinez being judged to be only needing level 1 supervision with pretrial services. She scored ones on the NCA and FTA score, which is the lowest she can score. She does have verified housing and transportation with her mother, and she has no felony history. So we think that, notwithstanding any potentially problematic allegations here, that she's a good candidate for release.
Judge, it's precisely the problematic allegations that the state made its recommendation. I'm just reviewing this again to refresh my memory, and we're looking at a not insignificant amount of money along with a weapon, as well as the fact that there is a juvenile in the vehicle as well. So this looks like it was a buy and bust, and this person brought their child along. The state honestly is at a loss of why there's not contributing charges as well. So the state urges the court to adopt its original recommendation.
The court's going to hold you on a $2,500 cash bond, ma'am. Order the public defender be appointed. If you are released, no firearms. You must surrender any firearms to law enforcement. You've got court December 29th at 1:30 p.m. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney further about what that means, ma'am. You're excused.
Mr. Meyer,
Your name, please, sir.
Colby Meyer.
Mr. Meyer, I'm seeing on CR 25017-138. This is 3 counts of possession of a narcotic drug for sale, 1 count of using electronic device during a drug offense, 1 count of being a prohibited possessor, 1 count of using a possession or possessing a weapon during a drug offense, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. State's asking for a $30,000 bond. My inclination is a $7,500 cash bond. Tom, do you wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd ask Your Honor to consider that these are nonviolent offenses, that Mr. Meyer certainly has an inability to pay, especially bond as high as $30,000, but I think even $7,500. So in addition, Your Honor, just looking at the allegations in the interim complaint, while of course Mr. Meyer is presumed innocent, should be considered innocent of these charges at this time, even taking the allegations as they are, they seem to be offenses that are just inherent to Mr. Meyer having a drug issue right now. The drug issue that would be best addressed if he were able to be out of custody and able to get treatment. To the extent that anyone is concerned about him possessing a firearm, he no longer possesses a firearm, and he would not be possessing a firearm forward. So we'd ask Your Honor to consider either pretrial services or even a nominal bond.
Thank you, Tom. Mr. Meyer, it's due to the allegations as well as the alleged violent offenses in the past, or the one violent offense in the past. I'm going to hold you on a $7,500 cash bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. If you are released and you have other firearms, you must surrender those firearms to law enforcement. You've got court on December 29th at 1:30 p.m. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney more about why I set that court date and what that means for you, sir. Your excuse, sir.
Your Honor, 2 points of clarification, if I may. Did you appoint the public defender's office?
I did, Tom, yeah.
And you indicated a $7,500 cash bond. Would Your Honor consider cash or secured?
Sorry, Tom.
Okay. Was the state's initial recommendation 30,000 cash?
30,000.
No.
Okay. I only mentioned, Your Honor, because $7,500 cash is actually more than the 30,000 cash or secured. Is that Your Honor's intent?
That was my intent.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Olivas.
Your name, please, sir?
Victor Olivas.
Mr. Olivas. I'm seeing you on CR 250171144. This is one count of possession of a dangerous drug, one count of possession of paraphernalia. Sir, have you heard of the STEPS program?
I have not.
It allows the state to dismiss, well, the state will dismiss charges provided you go through programming required by Superior Court. You'd be screened for that on December 24th. Is that of interest to you?
I'm not sure at the moment.
You're not sure because you're not sure if you have a drug problem, you don't sure because you're not sure if you want to become sober.
I don't have a drug problem.
Okay.
I just.
Yeah, they have a moment.
Yeah.
Your Honor, after consulting with my client, he would like to avail himself of the STEPS program.
Mr. Olivas, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at court. You've got a STEPS hearing on December 24th at 9 a.m. I'm setting a preliminary hearing on February 2nd at 1:30 p.m. That second hearing is unlikely to go. Mari? Olivas? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to appoint the Pima County PD's office to represent you, sir.
Okay.
All right, sir. With that, you're excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Randall?
Sir, your name, please.
My name is Lynn Randall.
Mr. Randall, I'm seeing you on CR 250171154. This is one count of possession of a dangerous drug, one count of domestic violence, aggravated harassment, and one count of aggravated domestic violence. The state's asking for a $35,000 bond. Council, my inclination is to hold Mr. Randall on a $10,000 bond. Does other council wish to be heard?
I do, Your Honor. We would ask for a reconsideration of release for Mr. Randall for a few reasons. Number one, despite his criminal history and the fact that he is here facing potential felonies, he does have only an evaluation of a level 2 supervision by pretrial services. He does have an inability to pay a bond. And what I'll note, just looking at the interim complaint, not that we're here necessarily to litigate facts, but there does appear to be, although some evidence, some solid evidence here potentially for possession of small amounts of drugs, which ordinarily would, I think, be a situation where he could be eligible for release, is regarding the domestic violence. There does appear to be two sides of this right now. Obviously, that needs to be worked out from here. But there, I think, is a legitimate question about whether Mr. Randall actually committed any domestic violence offense on the date in question. So again, we're not asking Your Honor to find that he did it, but I think the open question there should give him some of the benefit of the doubt And so we are asking for reconsideration of our release.
And Randall, I absolutely understand what your attorney is saying. I'm gonna hold you on that $10,000 bond, given the allegation that you were recently finished parole on an ag DV case, and that you have multiple cases against this same victim of domestic violence. So right now, I'm gonna hold you on that $10,000 cash secured bond. You can speak to Tom first, because he will absolutely let me know if it's something that I should hear.
Your Honor, who's his attorney again? And office place.
It's the public defender's office.
Oh, gosh, okay. Okay, yeah, so just to summarize, Your Honor, so Mr. Randall, he was explaining to me at length about how the allegations in the complaint are incorrect. And also more pertinent for right now that he does have a job right now. So we want Your Honor to consider that. I told him that he is to be speaking with an attorney soon, and his grievances about the allegations can be addressed at that point. Again, he did want me to let you know that he does have a job, and he's generally trying to do the right thing.
Okay. Thank you, Tom. Mr. Randall, I'm gonna hold you on that $10,000 cash secured bond, given the reasons that did before. Your attorney can file a motion to modify your conditions of release at a future date and try to convince a different judge that you should be released on your promise to appear.
Understood, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
And when do I got for again?
Oh, yeah, Your Honor, what is the PH date again?
December 29th, sir. That court that is unlikely to go, speak to your attorney about what that means.
December 29th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Run.
For the record, may I make a statement on my own behalf that is a disclaimer about my person? Your Honor,
Hold on, sir. What's your name?
the name is James. However, I know not to speak with Heisenberg, so may I make a statement on my person for what's currently occurring on my case outside of this one? If it is all possible to make a disclaimer.
So you have the right to remain silent. Generally, I advise defendants to use that right. Speak to Tom first if you think if you need to be heard, okay? Tom's your attorney right there.
I do not need one. What I had was done. That's
Your Honor, I didn't even catch this individual's name.
It's James Rooney.
Thank you.
But I know not to speak because this isn't being spoken of.
All right.
It's taken into account of where the location was being collected from.
So, Mr. Rooney, I'm seeing you on one count of domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, dangerous instrument.
I do not have that. That is not a charge that I've received that I could possibly be aware of. This is being held outside of my grasp.
Well, I'm making you.
There's something else that is in my grasp.
I'm making you aware of it right now, Mr. Rooney.
Okay.
So,
So this would likely be the Department of Homeland Security, who I've already.
Rule 11, Your Honor.
no, Mr. Rooney, this is not the Department of Homeland Security. This is the Pima County Sheriff's Department, I believe, or Tucson Police. Yeah, Pima County Sheriff's
This
Department.
has to be Cuba. This has to be the Cuban ambassador. The Cuban ambassador had showed up at Zinberger on Campbell and River, had been shot in public in a way that was response to his aggression, which was a transgression that I was within the trash can and I was just looking for a hamburger. I happened to notice something fishy and the man had come around the corner and I had escaped over the wall. 2 gunshots were fired and modifications were made to a building nearby. And
Okay, Mr. Rooney, I'm going to hold you on a $10,000 cash secured bond. I'm going to set court December 29th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you in this case.
No, this will not do. I'm not telling you anything that will do.
All right, so you're excused.
You holding me on a bond for this?
Yes, sir.
So this would be it?
That's it. So $10,000 bond.
Okay, I know to come back to that. I've already served one. A DHS operating, I'll serve another.
Okay, come on.
That's it. Dude, you're holding me for a month?
Yeah, for your next court date.
When's that? December 29th? That's about a month while you go over there and clear out my place again. I watched you in particular, in the SUV, take things from my place.
Sure, we gotta go.
So you're gonna go over there and rob me?
Sign up, Mr. Rudy.
Well, they are. Those who were at my place where I was collecting from. I've asked for a pay. I know that. I don't pay lives.
Mr. Sanchez.
I think
Your name, please, sir.
Joe Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, I'm seeing you on CR 250-17146.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 1 count of domestic violence, aggravated assault, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, DV, 1 count of criminal damage, domestic violence, and 1 count of domestic violence, simple assault. So, counsel, my concern right now in releasing Mr. Sanchez is court orders are not appearing to be sufficient in terms of what Mr. Sanchez cannot do. So I'm inclined to hold him on a $1,100 cash bond or cash or secured bond. Does either party wish to be heard?
No, Judge.
Tom?
Yes, Your Honor. We are asking that you consider releasing Mr. Sanchez to pretrial services for several reasons. Number one, pretrial services, as judged him to need only level 1 supervision, despite the nature of the allegations. He does have low NCA and FTA scores. He does not have a felony history. And maybe your question of does he have other housing? I did meet with Mr. Sanchez quite a while prior to today's hearing to discuss housing options away from the alleged incident location. And he does have multiple places that he could go. In particular, he has the exact location for a friend that he can stay with. He also has 2 other relatives that he can stay with, a separate grandmother and then his father as well. And so, Your Honor, I think pretrial services release would be sufficient so that he's getting enough supervision. And of course, he could be ordered not to go back to the incident location, except of course, perhaps to get with police escort to get items that belong to.
Mr. Sanchez, I'm gonna hold you on a $1,100 cash secured bond. You can't have contact with these victims. You can't have contact with any individual a court has already ordered you not to have contact with. You cannot go to the incident locations if you are released. If you do post bond, I will allow you to return once to pick up belongings with law enforcement. I'm gonna appoint the PD's office to represent you. Set court on December 29th at 1:30 PM. That court is unlikely to go. So speak to your attorney about what that means, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're excused.